Survival, Tehran has now urged Seoul to release billions of dollars of Iranian funds, which have been frozen in South Korea under US sanctions as of now. 2 days after Iran released a South Korean ship detained since January, the South Korean Prime Minister Chung Sai-kyung and Iranian Vice President Ishaq Jahangiri held a meeting in Tehran where Ishaq Jahangiri urged Seoul to release Iran's financial resources.
با توجه به شکاف ایجاد شده در روابط و انتظار به حق مردم ایران از دولت کره می‌خواهیم در اسرع وقت منابع مالی ایران را آزاد و مشکلات سالهای اخیر را با اقدامات عملی جبران نماید.
Iran had accused South Korea of holding hostage $7 billion of its funds and amid heavy US sanctions. Iran says South Korean tanker in the Strait of Hormuz off Oman in January. The move by Iran had triggered a diplomatic dispute. The seizure was widely seen as an attempt to pressurize Seoul to release Iranian assets, which are tied up in South Korean banks. But Tehran has repeatedly denied that the seizure of the vessel was linked to the funds issue. Iran had accused the tanker of polluting the waters in the crucial Strait of Hormuz. And now, according to a South Korean official, South Korea has promised to try to secure the release of Iranian funds which are frozen in South Korean banks. In a recent joint news conference, the two countries have said that they are trying to swiftly expand bilateral cooperation as soon as a joint comprehensive plan of action, that is the JCPOA, is revived.
마지막으로 저는 호르무즈 해협의 안전과 평화가 항행의 안전과 에너지 안보에 결정적인 만큼 동해협 내 항행의 자유가 보장되어야 한다는 우리 정부의 입장을 강조하였습니다. 아울러 향후 이란 핵 합의의 복원과 완전한 이행 시 양국 간 협력이 신속하고 전면적으로 확대될 수 있도록 함께 준비해 나가기로 하였습니다.
Iran was a key oil supplier to resource-poor South Korea until Seoul stopped its purchases after a US decision in 2018 to unilaterally exit the Iran nuclear deal and reimpose crushing sanctions. The US sanctions caused a sharp drop in Iranian exports to South Korea. US President Joe Biden has signaled a readiness to revive the JCPOA accord and to salvage the accord's negotiations. And the negotiations are currently underway in Vienna between Iran and the other state parties to the 2015 deal.